Hi everybody, I am back with another book review. This week I am talking about First Lie Wins by Ashley Elston. Don't know why I can't hold it properly, but this was a good one. This was kind of that typical thriller mystery thing going on, but this one had a fun little twist. So a lot of times in the thriller genre you have a female main character who has a quote unquote, I don't know, checkered or sketchy past, and you're kind of switching perspective between how she ended up in her current position and that sketchy checkered past. But this one has a fun little twist to it. You meet this main character, you kind of learn about how she grew up, and basically she's kind of a con man for hire, or a con woman for hire, I guess you could speak, or I guess you could say. But that's like a fun little twist, because a lot of times we have these main characters who are living this secret life. They started born and raised as such and such, and then something happens where they cut ties with their past to go live another life where they're either kind of trying to trick people or manipulate people or steal from people, and it's just kind of like a personal thing, or it's out of personal revenge, or maybe it's because they just kind of see an opportunity, so to speak. But this one, she starts as that, but then she kind of gets tied up with this, I guess, crime boss, for lack of a better word, who sends her on these different missions where she'll get like a dossier on a target, and then she kind of worms her way into their life to get something that this crime boss wants. So there's kind of this more organized structure behind it. This one was really fun. You got to kind of bounce back between different lives that she's lived, where she's a radically different person within each of those lives. So it was very fun. It was very entertaining. I liked the way it ended. A lot of times with stories like this, there's either a sort of unsatisfying ending where the main character just kind of cuts ties with everything, moves on, and you are just kind of like, I don't know where she ended up or what she's going to be doing in the future. This one, it's kind of cool. Not to spoil anything, but she sort of starts her own version of the same thing. So I don't think we're going to get a sequel to this necessarily, but you can kind of see how she's going to maintain in a weird way, where she's going to keep doing the same things that she's been doing, but she's going to do it for herself, and she's going to be kind of her own boss. And she links up with another girl who is also hired by the same crime boss, and then she has like a love interest, which is her target in the beginning, but they kind of stay together. I like this book. It was a quick and easy one. Very, very fun. If you're into some of the thriller-esque stories, this has that. It doesn't have too much of like murder and gore and things like that, but it has a lot of crime and strategy and things like that. And I don't know, I thought it was a good one. I thought it was entertaining. Let me know if you read it and if you enjoyed it. My next book is a whopper. It's a big one. It is also a book that I have owned for many, many years, and I have just been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. It's Lincoln Highway by Immortals. I have read a number of other books by Immortals: Gentleman in Moscow, Table for Two. I think Rules of Civility is also him. I love the way he writes. He does what I typically find frustrating, but he does it in a good way. And what I mean by that is I hate when I'm reading a book and there are all of these unnecessary tangents where you meet a waiter and all of a sudden we're spending 10 to 15 pages talking about the waiter and his background and why he exists. In other books, that drives me insane. But for some reason, when Immortals does it, I love it. I love it when he does it. It always kind of adds value and makes sense, and I enjoy it. Even if it doesn't necessarily push the storyline ahead, the way he writes about them is enjoyable. So I'm excited for this one. Like I said, it's a big one. It's a little bit of a behemoth, but I'll be talking to you guys about that one. I have high hopes for it, high expectations, because again, I've loved everything I've read from him. So if you have read either The Lincoln Highway or First Lie Wins, let me know your thoughts and feelings, and I will see you guys next weekend.